And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here for FLABSLAB Day 12. I'm here with Petsky, Rob, Charisma,
Hello.
and missed anyone? No, I did not miss anyone. And we are here for the next official match, a qualification match. And
A great
this
one.
is one of the most intense matches that you could have ever asked for in the winner's bracket before the grand finale. If you ask me, both pilots deserve a spot on FLABSLAB, and I think that both pilots eventually will be in FLABSLAB. It's just a matter of time and who goes in first and who goes in after. So let's make a quick introduction of the pilots here. I'm gonna start with Speqph, the Chilean pilot. One of the best pilots around. We've seen him play against Mookie and win. We've seen him play against Nightwing and losing, but putting up an amazing fight. And we've seen him play just almost, without any mistakes. He's just a very nice, well-balanced pilot all around, and I really like his style. Really like his whole way of flying, and I hope that we're gonna see a great display of him tonight. And on the other hand, we have Matt, which someone else will do the honors of introducing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
sure.
Rob.
I'm gonna, yeah, I'll go. Well, Matt is a pretty, he's a cool guy, and he always tries,
Right.
he always tries to look for new stuff, and the way he flies is he's got the overview of everything. That's how it seems in his dogfight videos, and yeah, we will see how he's gonna do against Speqph.
I have no clue who's gonna win this match. I have
Yeah.
no clue how it's gonna go. And when we say that, usually it means that it's gonna be an insane match with possible comebacks and whatever. So
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have no idea either, so I
let's
just know.
go the qualification.
Yep.
Sorry about for cutting you.
No, that's alright. No problem.
Here we go. Round number one. I'm gonna take it away, and Petsky, you go after me. So round number one, Speqph versus Matt. Here goes the first point, and the pilots are there merging. Vertical start. Oh, I forgot to mention that Speqph is the one with without the tags, and Matt is the friendly guy. And now Matt gets the position, puts some head-on shots on Speqph immediately, 4% off. And a switch by Speqph. Matt sees it a bit too late and follows through. Match is quite even from the start. Some early aggression by Matt, but Speqph manages to cut that away. And now a switch by Matt. Beautiful switch by Matt.
Very nice.
And now Speqph is in a bit of a trouble here in this bad position. Makes his own spiral switch. Matt follows through beautifully, and doesn't actually put any damage here. But more shots coming out of Matt. Speqph manages to break left now, out of Matt's path. But Matt is continuing to put the pressure. 77%. Speqph is in trouble now. Matt is cutting from below. And from the top now, putting more damage into Speqph. Speqph is dancing around, makes a switch. Matt is following up, putting more damage, prevents the regeneration. 73% more damage by Matt. 47%.
We're getting
It's gonna be a
close.
first. We're getting really close indeed. And now Speqph manages to get the separation he needs to maybe regenerate. There's no angles from Matt here. He's far away and the regeneration is starting. And now Speqph is making this counter attack. ECM by Matt. Beautiful spiral by, oh my god. Beautiful aggression by Matt, but a beautiful switch by Speqph, and it resets the fight. Angles are reset. Head-on pass by both pilots. And it's everyone's game now, and that was so close for a kill there. Matt was so close, but didn't get it. And now Speqph is alive to live another day. Put some damage, 69% by Speqph into Matt. Beautiful comeback by Speqph. Wow.
He's alive and kicking hard, man. Wow.
And now Speqph with a beautiful switch from below puts the damage on Matt. 52%. This is looking grim for Matt. Matt makes a switch to the left. Speqph is following like a boss. A spiral up by Matt. Speqph sees that and follows indeed. Every move there. A bit late response here by Speqph. That's gonna cost him the position. Now Matt is back behind him. Puts the shot. What a great switch by Matt. Now it looks like Speqph is putting himself in the bad position now with the possible of being destroyed. But no, a beautiful counter by him. And he takes the angles back and the fight is even. Wow, those pilots really won it, both of them. You can see that they're really fighting it, and now I think the angles are even.
Yeah, it looks kind of even right now, or actually it's
Maybe
very
slight
even.
slight advantage I think for Speqph. And here comes the ECM. Matt continues to counter those cuts by Speqph, and Speqph is cutting pretty nicely now and switch by Matt. I don't know if Speqph is gonna see that. Speqph is gonna see that. But Matt gains some angles from that. Beautiful,
And another
beautiful.
switch by Speq though. Matt sees that.
And follows through. And now Speq is changing it around again. Matt is following it a bit too late. Speq is just responding so well. But now Matt with the position. And a spiral up by Speq. And look like Matt is again on the offensive. The position changes every few seconds here. Matt puts the shots now. 11% off from Speq. And probably more shots. Here go.
61 left.
But
Yeah.
Speq is countering now beautifully. Gets those angles away. Resets the fight. Wow. Speq. What a display of skill here. Both pilots are so good. Both of them are so talented.
Now, an interesting switch by Speq there. I don't know if that worked for him or against him.
It kind of made the situation neutral. Didn't change for the worse or bad. Oh, for the good or worse. But now Matt, with the offensive, Speq goes high. Matt is going to see that. And now Speq
Matt
is in a
good position
bad
now.
position
Yeah.
for Speq. Great position from Matt. Here comes the shots. No hits. Maybe now. Speq with the short scissors. Gets the angles. Turns right on time. Prevents every possible shot. Beautiful defense work by Speq here. Doesn't want to let it go. And Matt, really persistent with his attack. Makes a switch. I think Speq is going to come from below.
Well, yeah, Speq saw that switch and acted on it quite fast actually, which evened it out pretty
Now
much.
head-on pass by both pilots. Looks like Speq has a slight advantage. ECM by Matt goes up. Speq is going to see the smoke. Does miss it a little bit. Responds too late. Beautiful, beautiful offense move by Matt. Almost in trouble there, but manages to gain the separation and actually gain the position. This is just insane what's going on here.
Yeah, that was a nice switch by Matt, absolutely. Good use of the ECM jammer.
Now Matt is trying to cut from the horizontal. Speq is going to see that and respond with his own cut, with his own ECM. Now breaks right. Matt is going to see that, but too late. Goes up diagonal. Bad move by Matt.
And Speq now in a
Speq's
good position. Yeah.
But Matt with a beautiful, again, beautiful turn. Gets the angles away immediately. Head-on pass. Both pilots are fighting for the first kill here. And it's far from being over. The clock started, Patsky?
Clock is ticking. We're at
Stick now.
24 minutes left and 35 seconds.
So 6 minutes in.
Yep.
And no clear dominant pilot here. Both of them are so equal. Position switches so much. I've never seen such a fight before. Where position switches in such frequency. It's very nice to see Matt. Matt is really flipping it off here. And again, look at that counter by Matt. But Speq is not falling short in any perspective. He's just countering everything Matt throws at him and actually adds his own spice. But here comes head-on shots. Misses. And it's a stalemate locked here. Both pilots are passing head-ons on a vertical, pure vertical it looks like to me.
Yeah, it's so even. It's hard to say. No one is actually in the lead except now Matt put some good shots into Speq. 77% off.
Down.
Switches
And now
down now.
Speq is with the lead. Wow, what the hell was that? But Matt with the half switch again. Look at that half switch. But now Speq is going to go down and see that. Both pilots are scissoring for position. So hard to tell. They're so far out. But they're kind of high. About 600, 700.
Yeah, they're...
Looks like Speq went down now.
And Speq continues going down. Matt's gonna come from the top here, forcing a head-on.
No shots fired from either pilot
No
there.
shots fired. Speq now, it looks like he's in the lead there. Put some shot into Matt.
Matt is taking 4%, 6% damage. Or, sorry, 4%. But responds with 22% damage on Speq. Beautiful, beautiful offensive by Matt. Actually gets him smoking. And this is a tough match for both pilots. They are struggling for it.
It's so
Who
even.
knows how it's going to end. Like I said before, both of them deserve to be in FLABSLAB. And
now Speq, will he come from the top? No, it looks like Matt got the lead here. Speq is now in a quite bad position. If Matt can just get some more angles. But Speq responds well though. Yeah.
Wow.
Matt goes horizontal completely and counters Speq's offensive. Now makes another prediction turn into Speq's flight path again, another one. Puts the damage, 87%. Speq is in a lot of trouble, but makes a scissor switch, and that gets Matt off his guard completely. More shots from Matt, 74%, really close again. Now it looks like it's a kill shot here. That should be a kill, 54%. Matt is in a great position. Here comes more shots. Stay there to disable, and there's a kill shot there. Matt takes the first point. Beautiful, beautiful offensive by Matt. Wow.
Very good dogfight. Very good.
Very good indeed. So yeah, a very even fight.
Very even fight indeed.
But Matt, yeah. I guess persistence is key in these type of fights. Just sticking to it. I don't know.
No, Matt, the position switched around so often, he just couldn't tell who's doing what.
Yeah, next one might be just the same. And it probably will be. First few fights usually ends up in the pilots just testing each other a bit, see how you respond to different things. So we might see some more aggression from one pilot here, but we'll see.
The fight opens up when the points get higher and when the time gets slower.
Absolutely.
So, Betsky, I think this one is yours, and there's a long dogfight here, so have fun.
Well, thank you very much, my friend.
I'm gonna take a nap while this happens. I'll be back.
Alright. So, go sleep. Alright, so we have round number 2 coming up here. Matt versus Speq. You see, my voice is already failing. Perfect. Matt with ECM. Speq comes from below though. It's still very even. Head-on shots. Both pilots respond the same way. Just forcing more and more head-ons.
Speq puts a lot of damage here.
Looks like Speq now is in a good position. He's going to be able to come from the top here, but still forces a head-on.
Beautiful cut by Speq, look at that.
Yeah, that was a great cut by Speq. Speq now in a good position. See if he can capitalize on it and get the kill here quickly to even it out, but...
Seems even.
Beautiful response by Matt there.
Yeah, Matt is insane. But now Speq with his own cut, look at that. Both pilots are so struggling for position, it's amazing to see.
Seems like they're almost thinking the same thing.
Countering each other so good with those small rolls. Look at the small rolls.
Yeah.
Always the small roll rate is what counters. He's countering him. Matt counters Speq. Speq counters Matt. It just never ends. And now Speq goes from the top, but doesn't see Matt. Wow.
Still extremely even. No one in a clear lead so far.
As we've seen before, stalemates.
Yep.
Let's see who's the first one to make a mistake or break away from it.
I don't really know what to say here. As you can see, it's all the same type of looping pattern right now. Nothing special going on. Looks almost like a scissor.
Shallow.
Shallow, yeah.
Looks like Matt has got the slight advantage from what I look here, what I see.
Well,
but
maybe
it
a little
could change every minute. Yeah, Matt is closing in on Speq slowly.
Now, you can see the difference.
Yep.
Comes the
Now
shots are
for
gonna
sure
come
there's a
anytime
difference.
soon.
ECM by Matt puts him in a good position behind Speq. Speq switches with ECM on his own, and the Matt responds to that quite alright, I have to say.
That ECM was like 10 seconds long, holy shit.
Yeah. And now looks almost like we're back into even. Matt might have a small advantage. And now another switch by Speq.
Good one.
Gonna put him in the position. Yeah.
Yeah, Speq is now in
now
position.
in the lead. Puts some shots immediately into Matt.
Matt is
That's
in trouble.
82% left. No more hits
Look
though,
at
and another
Matt's
switch
defense.
by yeah. And now
Speq maintains the position and is in a good one too. Matt is in trouble. He needs to do something really drastic here, and
Yeah.
because Speq is closing in the distance, actually cutting from the horizontal plane, slowly but surely. And
Speq is in a position where it allows him to cut, because he sees Matt from time to time to
Yep.
judge the distance and angles, which is kind of bad for Matt right now. He needs to switch it up a little bit like he does now.
that's a beautiful switch by Matt. Gets away the angles. He needs to continue
Keeps
doing that.
going
And he
up.
makes
Yeah,
a
that-
switch to the left now, to the right. Sorry, to the left. What?
Yep, to the left, and it confused Speq a little bit, but Speq still manages to keep position though.
Doesn't let go. Here comes the ECM switch.
Good
Speq
response
not
by
letting go.
Speq.
Cuts from the top. Wow,
Yeah.
beautiful cut by
Wow.
Speq.
That
But
was
he
a-
goes down now? No, he doesn't. Counter
spiraling up there.
Oh, look at that.
Now Speq still manages to keep a good position on Matt here. Good awareness, knows when to cut the loop short, and
Takes the horizontal now. Met with his own. Speq sees that smoke and follows immediately down. Maintains his position. Very hard to put your gun sight on Matt.
yeah, absolutely. Matt just playing with the angles a lot here. And another switch by Matt.
How much time has passed so far?
Well, we have 15 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Oh, wow, wow, wow.
So we're getting there, almost halfway.
Hmm.
I think we might actually run out of time before this ends.
We might. We'll see. Shots by Speq. 8% on Matt.
And now
Nothing major.
here comes Matt from below. Put some shots into
Wow.
Speq. Well, 4% off. Didn't do too much damage.
Both pilots are damaged though.
Yep. More shots
Look
for
at
both. Matt is actually
Speq
damaged
hits.
a little bit. Yeah, 11% off on Matt. Now Matt spirals up. What a beautiful spiral by Matt.
Looks like in position now.
Yeah, and Speq switches down. Matt sees it, and will he cut through this? But Speq... Yeah, Matt is in a good position now.
Cuts
Speq's
right
in trouble.
through
Now Matt's gonna come from below here. But Speq, such awareness, just cancels it out.
Every move. Look at that.
Matt still maintains position.
Every freaking angle counts here.
Yeah. Now ECM by Matt going up. Speq goes down. Matt's gonna come from the top here. Be
There's
able
gonna
to
be a
put some
kill
shots.
shot. Everything
Actually,
misses.
Everything missed, yeah.
Wow.
That was a pretty good angle actually, and now Speq switches up. Matt sees it,
Speq takes a lot of damage from this.
and now
77%.
yeah, but Speq is now in a good position. It looks like Matt lost the angles there, and those switches done by Speq. That was a now wow.
Look
Switching.
at Speq countering. Knows where Matt is gonna be,
Yeah.
and wants to be above him, and that works perfectly for him. There is gonna be a shot opportunity here. 83%. But Speq makes a mistake and goes down.
Now Speq goes up. Matt didn't go up quite fast though. Enough. We're gonna force a head on here. So even.
Yeah, it's.
Could go
If
either
you
way.
ask me, yeah, it's too even. Their counter
That's why-
is like
Shots by
That's why-
Speq
like
though.
every single time.
So we have time limit, but now Speq puts the damage on Matt, and he's got a good position. Probably get the kill here. And we've been waiting a long time for that, so let's see if it happens. And the time is ticking, so we are not...
Yeah, well, time runs out. We have a winner, so. And we're back into scissors now. Speq in a good position on Matt. See if Matt can get out of this. Almost looks like Matt is evening it out. Evening, I don't know.
Evening,
Evening.
ladies and gentlemen. We're back.
Exactly. Back from the dead. And I'm almost falling asleep here.
Um, We're just gonna wait
You're making me
until
tired,
something
my friend.
interesting happens. And now Matt comes from below. And Rob always laughs. And he laughs
so
again.
And Matt goes down a bit too much there, I think.
Really, you think?
Yeah, I think.
I don't think so.
Uh,
It's like E equals MC2. MC square.
whatever. Matt, however, in a good position on Spec now. Not that it means anything from what we've seen so far. It changes all the time anyway, so... But put some shots now into Spec. Spec switches immediately when he took the fire. And Matt still hanging in there. In a good position still.
I think that if Matt takes this victory here, this is gonna be a very bad thing for Spec, because I don't think he'll have time to come back from this.
Yeah, that's for
Every
sure.
kill here is
Matt now getting even a better position. Spec switches. Matt's gonna follow that.
Matt follows so good.
Yeah. More switches by Spec. Matt, ECMs. Yeah, like now. Matt switches again. Spec actually evens it out now.
I don't know what the fuck is going
Forcing
on.
head-ons. It's too even. This reminds me of a game we had in Season 1. I cannot remember the pilots though.
Hawker was someone.
Hawker against
Senate.
someone. Senate.
Senate.
Was that the case? Yeah, probably so.
yeah.
Yeah.
My old teacher.
Good old teacher.
So
Right,
we're
so-
coming down to 10 minutes into the fight. 1-0 for Matt here, and
Matt is sitting kind of pretty with his 1-0. As
he's
time is
getting a
about to run
comfortable
out.
lead here.
Yeah.
1-0 comfortable lead. Who would have thought? Holy shit.
Well, actually, Spec is now gaining position on Matt.
Everything is possible on FLABSLAB, just so you know.
Oh man. I don't know.
I hear someone's TV in the background. Is that how bored you are, Rob?
What? I'm not watching TV.
Someone is.
No.
Yeah, I don't even see Spec. They're too far out. I can't even commentate on it.
Well,
You're-
I don't even know what to say, man. They're switching
You're
it
the
back
only
and forth.
one.
Yeah, I know. Well, looks like Matt is actually still in position here. Closing in for some shots. No hits though, so just outside the angles that he needs. But Matt still in position. Spec trying to get away with some scissors.
We're not even seeing shots, and a switch by Spec now. Let's see what this brings. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
I'm getting all my hopes up and shit.
So 8 minutes, 45 seconds left, something?
Yep.
46, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And, well, this has been a major garbage time here, but we'll see what happens. If Spec gets a kill here, everything changes.
Absolutely. Then it's gonna get interesting again. But sure looks like Matt is in a comfortable position. Spec now switches with ECM, forcing
And-
somewhat head-ons. No shots.
I wouldn't be surprised if Matt is thinking maybe I should just defend until the end of the match.
Well, that's one way of winning, I guess. Spec now switches like he should. It's time to really play more aggressive now.
Yep.
And now Matt is in a good position again. Spec keeps switching with ECM though. Matt responds a bit late on that one, but didn't really change much. Still quite even.
I can't see, goddammit.
Well,
I don't know
looks
who's
like,
on who.
well, Spec is on Matt now, but it's not by much. And now Matt switches. Spec sees it quite late though, and it's still somewhat even. It's actually
Stalemate.
very even. Yeah, I mean, ECM by Speq. Matt responds the same way. ECM himself. And Speq responds the same way as Matt did. And we're back into even angles.
Stalemate.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we were hoping for an exciting match, and we're getting a dreadlock, which is also sometimes stuff that happens, and it's all right.
Yeah.
But one of them is gonna make it into FLABSLAB tonight, and we can't wait to see who it is. And so far, it looks like Matt is on his sure way to make it in. 6 minutes and a half left, and
Matt now back in position, put some shots but no hits though. I don't think it was even that close, judging by the angles. I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
And now Speq switches down. Matt sees that, gains a bit more angles. Now coming from the top, puts some shots into Speq, but no hits. Here it comes again. More angles, more shots,
Oh.
no hits again. And Speq switches. Matt sees that. And switches down. And Speq sees that as well.
Oh god, this is getting dangerous for Matt now.
Yeah. Speq now
Oh.
in a position, not by much, but he's got some advantage. See how long he keeps it.
Those two don't speed fail.
Well,
And,
I guess they're flatlining the charts, aren't they?
looks like it.
Now
I
we
mean,
have a
they're
spiral
around
up.
310 to 315 margin all the time.
Yeah, forcing ahead on there. No hits. Yeah, imagine a crash right now.
Now it looks like Speq is in position, but misses it completely.
Yep. Got 8% off on Matt.
That was a kill shot right there. And looks like Matt is evening it out, and we have 5 minutes left.
Yep.
And it looks like the match is gonna end like that.
It's probably gonna be a timeout. So
Just giving the pilots a 5-minute warning.
yeah. See if they switch it up a little bit more now. I know Speq really have to get more aggressive. Even if it works against him, he needs to try something. And immediately he does, and Matt gains position, puts some shots, 82% on Speq. And Speq now
Maybe
switches
we're gonna
again
see
with
it again.
ECM. It's getting interesting now. Matt puts some shots.
As soon as I said 5 minutes, they are starting to switch.
Yeah. And now
Should've
Matt
said-
will come from the top. Speq went down far. 70%. No bad hits by Matt there. More shots. Still
Getting
70.
interesting now. Both pilots are trading blows.
And now Matt looks like he's in a good position on Speq coming from the top. Put some shots
beautiful
into
position.
Speq. 58%. Speq is now in danger.
Matt is in a
Speq.
great position.
Continues up. Matt follows that. And they're getting kind of far up in the skies now, close to the stall altitudes.
Mid-text this kill. This is his. And he can feel it. And it's coming.
Matt, more shots, no hits though. Speq is now back to 100% health.
Wow.
Back into the diagonal. And a switch by Speq. That's going to work against him. Matt. Speq needs to switch again. Does not do it. Matt puts some great shots into Speq now. 58%. More
Speq
shots.
is about to die here.
51%.
Last bit of health for Speq. Matt is cutting him beautifully here. And I don't think Speq can do anything out. Here it goes.
And that's the kill.
There's the kill. And wow.
So the 5-minute warning actually did something. Well, that's interesting. We have 2 minutes and 35 seconds left. It's gonna be tough, but
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be impossible.
yeah.
Matt feels
Can feel the wind right now.
Can feel the excitement as he's on his sure way into FLABSLAB.
Yep. Well, at least it didn't crash. That's good.
Sorry for boring.
Well, it happens. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen it before. We'll see it again.
So here we go, round number 3. 2 minutes left. Spec needs a miracle.
Yeah.
And
Will it
maybe.
happen? I don't think so.
he needs a kill in 30 seconds and then another kill in 30 seconds.
Yep.
Will he do it? Let's see. Both pilots start. Matt with a beautiful position from the start. Spec is in trouble from the beginning here. Oh, and Matt doesn't see that. And now Spec in a great position. Oh, is Spec gonna do it? Is Spec gonna do it? Is Spec gonna make a quick kill here? I don't know. Let's see. He's on a great offensive here on Matt. Matt is in a bad situation, but he's got a great defense. Spec is now following it up. The ECM by Matt tries to confuse him close to the antenna. It looks like Spec is gonna get some angles here. There's a beautiful switch by Matt. That's gonna be probably a honey trap.
That was kind of close, yeah. I'd love to see a kill here from Spec. But 45 seconds, I think we can safely say this is over.
Yes, it is. Wait! Almost. And now
Matt's simply prolonging the fight
and
till the time runs out. And Spec responds a bit too late on that switch by Matt there. Tries to cut it though, but Matt responds well and just keeps the distance. Does not give away his position. Puts some fake
Oh,
shots.
look,
Spec now with a
switch by
ballsy
Spec.
switch, and it's gonna actually work pretty
Wow.
good there. Puts him in position. Position.
58%.
Yeah, put some damage into Matt. But we have 1
30
second left
seconds.
on the fight, and that's the match is over. It is done. Matt
Matt
takes it
made
home.
it. Yep.
Gets into FLABSLAB. Congratulations, Matt. And a good
Congratulations
fight
to
by
Matt.
Spec. What a even match.
Seriously, what an even match. So, Matt is in FLABSLAB. Welcome aboard, Matt. Let's get him in here and load up the next pilots. We're gonna see Mookie versus Noodlar right away.
That's gonna be extremely interesting.
It's gonna be insanely interesting, and we don't have time, so we're gonna take a short break and come back. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yep, stay tuned. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.